You paid $200 last year for the privilege of being watched. You didn't realize it, but every app on your phone, every smart device in your home, every free service you use, they're all charging you. Not in money, in something far more valuable. And in the next 13 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how they're doing it, who's buying what they collect, and the 3 things you can do right now to stop hemorrhaging your digital soul. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will change how you see every device around you. December 2013, an airport in Rio. A man sits at gate 24 clutching a laptop, sweating despite the air conditioning. His name is Edward Snowden, and the files he's carrying will blow the lid off the biggest surveillance operation in human history. But here's what nobody tells you about Snowden's leak. It wasn't the shocking part. The shocking part came later, when we discovered that the government surveillance he exposed was nothing, absolutely nothing, compared to what private companies were doing to us voluntarily. Let me paint you a picture. Right now, as you watch this, there are over 4,000 data points being generated about you every single day. Where you go, what you buy, who you talk to, what you search for at 3 a.m. when you can't sleep, how long you stare at certain photos, the exact moment you pause while reading a message, every hesitation, every impulse, every secret fear and hidden desire. It's all being recorded, categorized, and sold. And the beautiful, terrifying genius of it all? You agreed to it. You clicked, "I accept," without reading a single word. In 2019, a programmer named Dylan Curran decided to download his Google data. What arrived was 5.5 gigabytes of information. To give you perspective, the entire text of the Bible is about 5 megabytes. Google had collected the equivalent of 1,100 Bibles worth of data on one ordinary person in just 12 months. When Dylan opened the files, his hands started shaking. Google had recorded every place he'd been for the entire year, down to the exact minute. Every store, every friend's house, every doctor's appointment. It had transcripts of voice commands he'd given his phone, including conversations in his living room that accidentally triggered the microphone. It knew what he watched on YouTube, even videos he immediately closed out of embarrassment. But here's where it gets dark. That data wasn't just sitting in a file. It was being analyzed by artificial intelligence, cross-referenced with data from thousands of other sources, and used to build a psychological profile so accurate it could predict his behavior before he even knew what he was going to do. Facebook took this to another level entirely. In 2012, they ran a secret experiment on 689,000 users without consent. They manipulated news feeds, showing some people happier content and others sadder content. They wanted to see if they could control human emotions through algorithmic manipulation. And it worked. People who saw negative posts became measurably more depressed. People who saw positive posts became happier. Facebook proved they could reach into your brain and adjust your mood like a thermostat. When this leaked, the outrage lasted exactly 72 hours before everyone went back to scrolling. That's when they knew they'd won. Now here's the connection that should terrify you. Those Snowden documents revealed a program called PRISM. The NSA had direct access to the servers of Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, Yahoo, and more. These companies had built backdoors directly into their systems. When the story broke, every company denied it. But the evidence was irrefutable. Your government was plugged into the internet like a vampire with a straw, drinking every byte of data that flowed through. And the companies you trusted with your private messages, your photos, your entire digital life, they were willing participants. You might be thinking, I've got nothing to hide. That's exactly what they're counting on. But let me tell you about Thelma Arnold. In 2006, AOL released supposedly anonymous search data from 650,000 users. Just random numbers, no names. Within 48 hours, reporters from the New York Times identified Thelma, a 62-year-old widow from Georgia, from her search history alone. How? She'd searched for landscapers in Lilburn, Georgia, and dog that urinates on everything. Those two searches, combined with others about her health concerns and loneliness, created a fingerprint so unique that she was completely identifiable. Anonymous data doesn't exist. It never did. The artificial intelligence revolution has weaponized this surveillance in ways that would make Orwell weep. Cambridge Analytica harvested data from 87 million Facebook users and used it to build psychological profiles so precise they could predict and manipulate voting behavior. They knew that certain personality types were susceptible to specific fears. They knew that showing you a particular ad at a particular time could flip your vote. Democracy became a hackable system, and your data was the exploit code. This wasn't theory. This happened. This changed elections. This rewrote history. Your phone is listening right now, not just when you say, "Hey Siri" or "Okay Google," all the time. In 2019, whistleblowers from Apple, Amazon, and Google confirmed it. Thousands of contractors sit in rooms listening to recordings captured by your devices. Arguments with your spouse, medical consultations, business calls, intimate moments. One contractor described hearing what sounded like a sexual assault and being told company policy was to just transcribe it and move on. Your most private moments are being heard by strangers earning minimum wage in anonymous office buildings. If this is making your stomach turn, if you're starting to realize how exposed you really are, hit that like button and subscribe right now, because I'm about to show you the 3 ways you can fight back, and you need to see this before it's too late. But first, let me show you how deep this goes. Even if you've never created a Facebook account, Facebook has a profile on you. They call them shadow profiles. Your friends uploaded their contact lists with your phone number. Facebook scraped it. Then they tracked you across millions of websites using invisible tracking pixels. They bought data brokers' information about your shopping habits, health records, financial status. They built a complete profile without you ever signing up. You never agreed. You never knew. But it exists, being sold to advertisers right now, analyzed by algorithms, existing forever in server farms you'll never see. The NSA has something called 3-hop surveillance. They investigate someone, that's hop 1. They collect data on everyone that person contacts, hop 2. Then everyone those people contact, hop 3. If you know 150 people, and each of them knows 150 people, 3 hops sweeps up 3.4 million people starting from a single suspect. Think about everyone you're connected to. Now think about how many are 3 hops from someone under investigation. The answer is probably yes. Here's what keeps me up at night. This isn't about what they're doing with your data today. It's about what they'll do with it tomorrow. Every photo you've ever posted has been analyzed by facial recognition AI and tagged with your identity. Every comment, every like, every location ping. It's all still there, waiting for future AI systems that don't exist yet to analyze it in ways we can't imagine. Retroactive surveillance. Your entire digital history is a time bomb waiting for technology to catch up. In 2020, a company called SafeGraph was selling location data so precise you could track individual people to their homes, their therapists, their churches, their abortion clinics. Researchers proved you could identify anyone. They tracked someone's entire life: home address, workplace, gym, regular spots, even the apartment number where their romantic partner lived. All supposedly anonymous, all available for a few $1,000s. Anyone with a credit card could buy your life story. The pandemic turbocharged this. Contact tracing apps, facial recognition temperature scanners, work-from-home monitoring software that screenshots your computer every few minutes and tracks keystrokes. One company's software takes photos using your webcam throughout the day to ensure you're working. Your employer can now surveil you in your own home, refuse and risk your job. So here are the 3 things you can do right now. First, use Signal for messaging. It's encrypted end-to-end, meaning even Signal can't read your messages. Switch from regular texts and WhatsApp immediately. Second, Use a VPN whenever you're online. It masks your location and encrypts your traffic. Not perfect, but it's like locking your front door instead of leaving it wide open. Third, lie strategically. When apps ask for your birthday or interests or location for non-critical functions, make something up. Poison the data pool. Make their profiles worthless. Beyond that, use DuckDuckGo instead of Google. Cover your laptop camera with tape. Turn off voice assistants when not using them. Delete old social media posts. Use privacy-focused browsers like Brave. Check app permissions and revoke anything unnecessary. Read privacy policies even if it takes forever. Most importantly, stop clicking "I agree" without knowing what you're agreeing to. But I have to be honest with you. Even if you do all of this, you're still being watched. The surveillance infrastructure is too massive, too integrated into modern life. Security cameras with facial recognition, license plate readers, credit card tracking. It's baked into the fabric of society now. There's no real opt-out button anymore. Edward Snowden said something that haunts me. Arguing that you don't care about privacy because you have nothing to hide is like arguing you don't care about free speech because you have nothing to say. Privacy isn't about hiding. It's about protecting your autonomy, your dignity, your right to exist without being constantly judged and sorted by algorithms you can't see using criteria nobody will explain. We're living in a time when insurance companies buy your fitness tracker data to set premiums, when employers screen your social media before hiring you, when landlords use AI to analyze your digital footprint before renting to you, when banks determine creditworthiness from your browsing history. You're being judged every second of every day by systems designed to categorize, price, and control you. The really sophisticated part? This isn't just about now, it's about forever. Everything you've ever done online is being stored, waiting for AI systems that will be able to analyze decades of data and extract patterns invisible today. That photo from 2009, that comment from 2015, that location from 2018, it's all still there, and it always will be. We're creating a permanent, searchable record of human behavior on a scale unprecedented in history. China's social credit system gets all the headlines, but we've built something potentially worse. It's just distributed across corporations instead of centralized in government. The effect is the same. You're being watched, scored, and sorted every moment of your life. The invisible eye never blinks. It never forgets. And every day it gets smarter, more sophisticated, more inescapable. This isn't a dystopian future we need to prevent. This is the present we're living in right now. The only question is, are you going to keep paying for your own surveillance, or are you going to fight back? The choice is yours, but choose quickly, because every second you wait, they learn a little bit more about you, and they never, ever forget.